But sometimes I like to close my eyes.
Close your eyes.
Imagine what it'd be like
That's for frozen.
Open. No turning. Make it snow. Breathe. I know it is. And big summer. Hands on your hips and point. Don't move, guys. Point. Stay in your spot together. Point. And summer. And then breathe.
I know I have one.
That I was trying to develop focus groups, and in focus groups you want someone who is unique and has not had any experience with your organization. I could not find anyone in Naugatuck who didn't have a Naugatuck Y story, either worked here, grew up here, learned how to swim here, their parents worked here, they went to camp here, which says something about how involved the community is with the organization, but how important the organization is in the community as well.
I think clearly the same is true. Friday afternoon, I met with a roofing contractor to talk about the YMCA roof. And last time he was in the Y was when he was a kid, because coming back from Glastonbury 19 years ago, came back, remember playing basketball on the Y, remember learning how to swim here. That's the memory that most kids have, being around the Y, learning how to swim, and playing basketball in the YMCA gym.
Sure. United Way funding actually helps us underwrite several of our programs for specific program areas, which is the active older adult community programs. We provide programs including socialization and physical activities for our active older members in our community. And then our Open Doors program, which provides financial supplementation for families and youth who want to come in and use our programs and can't specifically afford our programs, so it underwrites them.
The YMCA impacted me greatly from meeting my friends to play basketball and things like that, just because I was, kind of into a lot of sports growing up and met a lot of great people here, and that changed over into a job when I turned 16, and I met a lot of great people here, and they helped pretty much raise me.
And you worked with children while you were here?
Yes.
Right? You worked at the camps?
Yep, the day camp and the after-school program.
And now you're currently working with children as well, right?
Yes.
You work in the school system?
Exactly. I work in the middle school now.
And do you think that prepared you for the job that you have currently?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's just a lot of things that I adapt from the YMCA and working in the YMCA kind of spilled over into what I do every day.
Did you listen to the podcast?
Yes, I listen on one because this week I'm very busy.
Past tense?
I was very busy.
Good.
I love because I meet her and she's so nice. And everything is funny because I don't have much time for learning English because I need to work, and most of the time I speak only Portuguese. And she try help me, but I think I need help me more, do you understand? I think I improve. It's better than when I start. No?
Yeah,
it's
improved
better.
a lot.
Yeah,
it's very rewarding. It's a lot of fun, and Vanessa is a wonderful woman, and
thank
so we
you.
have fun. And I know what it's like to be learning a language since I lived in 3 different countries, and I know how helpful it was to me to have someone there to help correct me if I said things wrong and help me learn. So I want to give back and be able to do that for someone else.
I learned about United Way when I was in my early teens. My mom was a single parent of 5 kids and worked 2 jobs just to keep food on the table and clothes on our backs. And being one of the oldest, I really knew how she was struggling. But the one thing that she always instilled with me is, as badly as it was back then, she always gave to United Way. It was through payroll deduction, and I remember at the time it was like 10 cents a week, which doesn't sound a lot to people, but I think that to me the most important point about that is that money came out first, so it wasn't like I pay my bills and whatever left over goes to United Way. It's like I do United Way first, and then I work on my bills, and that's just the way she was. And being one of the oldest, I mean, I knew if we came home and we were having a nice, quiet, intimate candlelight dinner, that meant the lights were turned off. That's just the way it was, and until she would get help. So to her, she took pride in helping others, never knowing that at times she was one of those others. and would have to go to agencies to help her out and help us out. Shoes, YMCA, my brother came to the YMCA a lot through the programs that they had there. But I mean, my mom taught me a lot of things in my life, but I think the most important was always giving back to the community, giving money no matter what. And she always gave her first fruits. There was never stuff that was left over. It was always, that came first and then the rest will take care of itself. Kathy, I really would like to congratulate you and your team. You had an awesome campaign, very successful, and kudos to all of you.
I volunteered for the United Way back when I was 19 years old, and I decided that I wanted to learn more about what does the United Way do. I really didn't know. I was giving, but I didn't know. So I went and I visited a few of the partner organizations. I remember it was WARC and the Morris Foundation, and I was so in awe of what the work that they do that I knew I had to be involved. So that following year I became a loaned executive, and I traveled from company to company, and then I went on to be the special events chair, and eventually a board member, a campaign chair, and I've never looked back. So I've been doing it for over 30 years. I would like to thank all of you who contributed to the success of this year's United Way campaign. Without all of you, we would not be able to give out the $440,000 that we were able to receive to the community. I am continually in awe of the strength and resilience of our communities and how much generosity there is to our organization. Thank you. Live United.